You are losing value every single day, not because you lack skill, not because you lack intelligence, but because you are always there. You answer immediately. You cancel your plans. You rearrange your life to be accessible, and they feel it. You feel it too, the subtle shift. The delay in replies, the way respect drains without a word being spoken. You think availability makes you light. It makes you replaceable. Your nervous system was trained for this. As a child, you learned that approval equals safety. Your amygdala still believes abandonment means death, so you stay close. You stay visible, you stay on call. That instinct is now killing you, Machiavelli wrote, that men value what costs them something and despise what comes easily. 500 years ago, he exposed the same weakness that is controlling you today. This will not feel good. This will not feel kind. This will feel like amputation. Because we are not adding confidence, we are removing dependence. By the end of this video, you will understand why scarcity wins and why most people are biologically incapable of using it. Stay with me. Surgery begins now. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I am not available by default. You were trained to move fast, fast replies, fast agreement, fast sacrifice. Your amygdala learned early that speed equals safety. As a child, hesitation meant risk. So now, your nervous system obeys before your mind evaluates. This is reflexive loyalty. Not devotion, not honor. Submission dressed as virtue. Every time you respond instantly, you signal hierarchy. Not consciously, biologically. The faster organism is the lower organism. Machiavelli observed that men esteem what is earned through difficulty and despise what arrives without resistance. Speed removes resistance. Speed removes value. Watch the pattern. You reply in seconds. They reply in hours. Your dopamine spikes from compliance. Their respect drops from certainty. The weak response is immediate availability. Answering before thinking. Agreeing before deciding. Showing up before being summoned. The strategist does the opposite. Delay is not absence. Delay is control. Delay forces recalibration. It interrupts expectation. It introduces uncertainty into the other person's reward system. A manager emails you late. The reflexive loyalist answers instantly to prove worth. The Machiavellian strategist waits. Not out of fear, out of rank. History rewards this behavior. Kings did not rush to messages. Generals did not speak first. Power has always moved slower than need. Delay shifts the frame from, please accept me, to, you will wait. This is not arrogance. This is positioning. Your body will resist this. Your heart rate will rise. Your mind will scream. Respond now. Good. That is the amygdala losing control. Delay is how you train it. Pause before replies. Pause before agreement. Pause before availability. You must teach others that access to you is not automatic. This is reflexive loyalty. You must replace speed with silence. You reveal too much too soon. Your thoughts, your wounds, your intentions, your fears. It feels honest. It feels mature. It feels intimate. It is none of those things. Your dopamine system rewards disclosure because bonding once meant survival. The brain equates emotional exposure with connection, so you open yourself early to secure attachment. But in modern hierarchies, transparency without rank destroys leverage. This is the mask of emotional transparency. Confession mistaken for strength, access mistaken for intimacy. Every time you overshare, you collapse distance. Distance is where value lives. Machiavelli understood that men reveal themselves through impulse and are controlled through access. When everything is visible, nothing is respected. Watch the dynamic, you explain your motives, you justify your emotions, you narrate your inner world. The weak response is emotional immediacy, bonding before trust, clarity before commitment, openness before authority. The strategist does not lie, the strategist withholds. Mystery is not deception, mystery is pacing. When access is restricted, curiosity replaces certainty. Dopamine spikes not from receiving, but from anticipating. This is biological law. Look at history. Oracles spoke in fragments. Rulers revealed nothing. Commanders never explained themselves mid-battle. Those who spoke least controlled most. Your nervous system will rebel here. It will demand relief through expression. It will seek validation through disclosure. Deny it. Speak less, reveal slower. Let silence do the work your words used to do. You must. Understand that intimacy is earned through time, not dumped through emotion. This is emotional transparency. You must replace confession with control. You learn to be useful, to be safe, to carry weight so no one would drop you. Your biology still believes usefulness equals survival. Dopamine rewards service. The amygdala fears rejection if you stop providing, so you volunteer before being asked. You fix problems that are not yours. You become reliable instead of respected. This is the mask of usefulness, worth confused with labor, value confused with effort. Machiavelli warned that men honor what they cannot command and exploit what obeys. When you are always useful, you are always commanded. Watch the dynamic. At work, you take extra tasks to prove commitment. In relationships, you solve emotional chaos to secure attachment. In groups, you carry logistics so others can relax. The weak response is constant contribution. Doing more when ignored, giving more when undervalued, working harder when bypassed. The strategist does the opposite. Selective contribution is power. When your help is guaranteed, it becomes invisible. When your help is conditional, it becomes valuable. Scarcity applies to effort as much as presence. History confirms this. Advisors who spoke only when asked ruled empires. Craftsmen who chose clients set prices. Those who rationed effort dictated terms. Withdrawal creates recalibration. Others must solve their own problems. They must negotiate for your involvement. Your nervous system will panic here. It will whisper, they will forget you. They will replace you. Good. That fear is the dependency leaving your body. Do less but better. Offer help only when invited. Attach terms to your effort. You must. Stop proving worth through exhaustion. This is the mask of usefulness. You must make your contribution conditional. Your brain craves patterns. Patterns feel safe. Patterns reduce threat. The amygdala relaxes when it can predict outcomes. Dopamine releases when routines repeat, so you become consistent, reliable, readable, and powerless. This is the mask of predictability. Stability mistaken for strength. Consistency mistaken for authority. When people know your rhythm, they control you. They know when you reply. They know when you agree. They know how far they can push before you fold. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. He warned that men are quick to exploit what they can foresee and fear what they cannot calculate. Predictability is permission. Watch the pattern. You always show up early. You always respond the same way. You always forgive the same behavior. The weak response is reliability without rank. Being the constant, being the steady one, being the safe option, the strategist disrupts rhythm. Unpredictability is not chaos. It is controlled variance. When your behavior breaks expectation, the nervous system of others spikes, attention sharpens, respect follows. Biology proves this. Dopamine responds strongest to variable reward, not certainty, not routine. This is why gamblers keep playing. This is why predators stalk unpredictably. This is why kings moved without schedule. Look at history. Great commanders attacked when least expected. Rulers appeared rarely. Oracles spoke out of sequence. Those who could not be anticipated could not be controlled. Your nervous system will resist this. It will cling to routine to feel safe. It will fear backlash. Ignore it. Break small patterns first. Delay when you usually respond fast. Decline when you usually comply. Change availability without explanation. You are not doing this to manipulate. You are doing this to reclaim sovereignty. You must. Remove yourself from scripts others memorized. This is the mask of predictability. You must deny anticipation. You say yes to avoid discomfort, not because you agree, because your nervous system equates refusal with exile. This is guilt obedience. The amygdala learned early that displeasing authority risks abandonment. Your body still reacts as if rejection equals death. So you comply, you explain, you apologize. Dopamine rewards relief after submission. The anxiety drops, the pattern locks in. Machiavelli exposed this weakness clearly. Men submit not because they must, but because they fear the consequences they imagine. Guilt is a leash you place around your own neck. Watch the dynamic. Someone crosses a boundary. They ask late. They demand extra. They assume access. The weak response is justification, long explanations, soft, no wrapped-in apology, eventual yes to restore peace. Peace never arrives. The strategist does not argue. The strategist withdraws. Controlled absence is the override. Absence creates consequence without confrontation. It forces the other nervous system to feel loss. Loss is the only language entitlement understands. History proves this. Courts punish disobedience with exile, not debate. Kings remove presence, not patience. Silence corrected behavior faster than speeches. When you disappear after disrespect, the message lands in the body, not the ears. Your nervous system will revolt here. Guilt will surge. Stories will appear. They will hate you. You are selfish. You are cruel. Good. That is conditioning breaking. Say no once. Do not explain. Then remove access. Let time teach what words never could. You must stop managing other people's emotions at the expense of your authority. This is the mask of guilt obedience. You must replace apology with absence. You absorb emotions that are not yours. You listen. You soothe. You stabilize. You become the regulator for other people's chaos. It feels compassionate. It feels mature. It feels necessary. It is none of those things. Dopamine rewards you for fixing, because resolution once meant belonging. Your nervous system learned that calming others secured your position, so you step in before silence can do its job. This is the mask of emotional labor, caretaking mistaken for leadership, empathy mistaken for authority. Machiavelli understood that power decays when you carry burdens that are not strategically chosen. The one who constantly repairs the system becomes owned by it. Watch the pattern. Someone vents repeatedly, someone spirals and calls you. Someone unloads stress and leaves lighter while you feel drained. The weak response is emotional availability on demand. Endless listening, constant reassurance. Fixing feelings you did not cause, the strategist refuses this role. Withdrawal is the override. When you stop regulating others, their nervous systems are forced to adapt. Discomfort teaches faster than comfort. Self-control develops only when external support is removed. Biology confirms this. Dependence increases when relief is guaranteed. Resilience forms only under controlled stress. History mirrors this truth. Leaders did not absorb panic, they maintained distance. Their calm came from separation, not absorption. When you stop being the emotional sponge, people either rise or leave. Both outcomes increase your power. Your nervous system will protest. It will label you cold. It will fear abandonment. Ignore it, say less. Respond slower. Do not chase emotional storms. Let silence force self-regulation. You are not responsible for stabilizing everyone around you. That role keeps you useful but powerless. You must withdraw emotional labor to restore hierarchy. This is the mask of emotional labor. You must stop being the regulator. You learn to shrink to stay safe, to downplay ability, to soften competence so others would not feel threatened. Biology rewards this. Submission reduces dominance conflict. The amygdala prefers invisibility over attack. So you minimize wins, deflect praise. Volunteer last. This is the mask of false humility. Self-erasure disguised as virtue, weakness rewarded with approval. Machiavelli saw through this immediately. Those who hide their strength invite control from those who do not. Power avoids apology. Power moves quietly and takes space. Watch the pattern. You say anyone could do this. You credit luck instead of skill. You wait to be recognized. The weak response is self-reduction, lowering presence to protect harmony. Sacrificing position to avoid envy. The strategist never boasts. The strategist never hides. Quiet self-prioritization is the override. You do not announce dominance, you assume it. You accept credit without explanation. You speak when necessary. You take space without asking permission. Biology responds instantly. Certainty triggers respect. Hesitation invites challenge. History confirms this. Architects signed their work. Commanders claimed victories. Rulers let results speak while occupying the center. False humility confuses people. They cannot place you, so they place you below. Your nervous system will resist this shift. It will fear backlash. It will warn of isolation. Ignore it. Stop correcting praise. Stop minimizing results. Stop volunteering yourself down. You are not required to make others comfortable with your capacity. That is not humility. That is avoidance. You must prioritize yourself without performance or apology. This is the mask of false humility. You must replace shrinking with silent ownership. Now you understand the real mechanism. This was never about them. It was about the part of you that panics when not needed, but we must go deeper. Carl Jung warned that what you refuse to confront inside yourself will control you from the outside. Your shadow is not cruelty. Your shadow is restraint. A harmless man is not a good man. A good man is a dangerous man who has his availability under voluntary control. Right now, your shadow is leaking through desperation, through instant replies, through over-explanation, through being present when you were never invited. You call it kindness. Biology calls it submission. Scarcity is not a tactic. It is a state of being. When you remove yourself, you activate the same neurological circuits that govern hunger and pursuit. Dopamine spikes when access is uncertain. Respect forms when presence is earned. This is why kings were unseen. This is why generals spoke last. This is why silence terrifies the unworthy. You are no longer the servant waiting in the hallway. You are the architect deciding who enters the room. But hear this carefully. The real enemy is not the people who take advantage of you. The real enemy is the part of you that wants to be chosen so badly it volunteers to be used. Most people will feel attacked by this message. They will call it cold. They will call it toxic. Why? Because it threatens the identity they built around being needed. You must outgrow that identity. If this opened your eyes, understand. This is only what can be shown publicly. There are layers of Machiavellian strategy that cannot survive the algorithm. Those exist behind the join button. Most will not click it. That is the filter. Subscribe if you have not. I will see you in the shadows.